Yo, what's up, yo? No, to answer your question, I think Stamsworth in werewolf form is one of the best. Outside of werewolf, I think Warden's really good because you can get ultimate really quickly, and you can put a bunch of heals on your bar, and you can stay alive. The Warden's max HP heals kind of scale with the werewolf because since you're healing scales with a max HP as well, so it kind of synergizes pretty well. But for pure werewolf, like straight up, best stats in wolf form, Stam, Sork, and Necro, and Nightblades are probably the best. Like I'll fight anybody. Like I'll fight anybody on my Warden Wolf, just because I can be very versatile on a Warden and in werewolf form. On a Stam Sword, a little bit more tricky. I feel like on a Stam Sword I get bursted a lot easier. Necro 2, I know Necro does have mitigation passives, but I feel like I still survive better on my Warden than I do on my Necro. Not in wolf form, of course, but like the human abilities. I don't want to waste my time with those guys. Turn this in-game music off, it's annoying. Alright. What's up, Zink? Yeah, trying to get these guys to come out and attack me. Well, they're just taking forever. What's up, big dog? Big dog wolf. Yeah, I'm not even on a carry build like the super tanks, the ones that don't do any damage. I'm just on a regular werewolf build using Malacath. Waiting to get out of combat so I can change this skill. Yeah, we can do Imperial City tonight. Yeah, and that trial was beat it, but it was just no coordination. We still beat it though. I don't know what it was chasing that guy, but it felt weird. Still got him, but it felt weird. I have no idea, man. I barely even use that Discord thing. It might not be. Berserkers are actually pretty good. I don't know. I mean, I feel like the problem with Berserker though, it just doesn't last long. When PvE, you're perfectly fine. You just gotta feed. PvP, it's kind of like give and take situation. All right. Well, I'm gonna gain all this bleed damage and heavy attack cones, but my wolf timer is way less. So. Alright, watch me get Zerg down over here. Wait. Oh, it's the same Nightblade. Get out of here. Nobody wants you here, get out of here. I don't even want to use werewolf on this guy, but I might have to. Wait a second, I think I'm about to get jumped. No, you can have the flag, I don't... Yeah, I found out that Malacath on my Necro Wolf is really nasty. Can dot somebody up and kill them pretty quick with it. Doesn't do more damage in the terms of PvE, but PvP is a completely different story. What's up? Yeah. Wow. But yeah, that's how a werewolf build is supposed to be, man. You're supposed to hit hard, move on to the next person. It's kind of like, you gotta have like kind of like a hunter mentality. You gotta know when to attack and when not to. I mean, or you can just kind of go face first and not care. But I was just trying not to get zerged down, but these guys aren't that good. My howls of agony crushed people with the Malacath, especially when I stacked that Hulking Draugr with it. It hurts, which y'all can tell. That Lobby was really tanky though. Yeah, I usually use Salvation for 1v1s or it's funny that he's attacking me, not knowing I can turn around in like 2 shots. Yeah, in most cases, I'd rather just get into werewolf fast, you know? Because it doesn't matter how strong your wolf is, if you can never get there, what's the point? And a really good way to test yourself is by running trashy armor sets. And see how good your skill actually is. Yeah, I've ran into a few running that Crimson Twilight. The way that my group beats them is usually spam Defile over and over and over and over on them until they can't heal anymore. Eventually they go down. I just stood there one time and there was 2 of them running and they were just beating on me and I was just standing there. Yeah, that set's kind of like, it's, I don't know. Nah, man, go ahead and use it, man. Like, I can tell you, it's actually beatable. It's just that people don't know how. Majority of the players you run across in PvP don't know how to kill a werewolf effectively. I do notice though when I get into a 1v1 with certain werewolves, yeah, if I'm not running the proper setup, the fight would never end. I would say what you're gonna have to do is run a Necro Berserker with a bunch of poison sets and hide Defile. Constantly keep them defiled at all times so they can't spam that massive HP heal. That's normally what happens, is like you're about to kill them and all of a sudden they have no Defile on them and that's when they hit their heal and they get back to health. So you gotta consistently keep your Defile on them and whatever pressure. If not, you'll never kill them. So that's the annoying part about fighting them. I'm kind of more like an old school werewolf player. I like to run max stat and stamina and all that. I like damage, but I do like the tanky wolf builds as well. I have some, so I kind of try to mix in between the two. Have damage, kind of be well balanced as much as possible. But if I had to pick a stat over another, like a damage over survivability, I'd rather have damage sometimes. Because if you have a lot of damage, you can just kill anybody. You don't even have to worry about trying to survive. If you can kill them, you don't even need to worry about it. But granted, there is times when it fails, where you do need survivability, because some guys will just CC you repetitively to the ground, and that's completely understandable. But 9 out of 10 times you'll fight people that aren't running like aids like that on you. So most people are just running typical meta pace builds from YouTube. They all run like, it used to be Fury and New Moon. I don't know what it is now. I guess Briarheart and something. Yeah, I'm in Greyhost. I got my good old hulking drugger on. And also, I know consistently pressuring somebody to the fact that where you CC them consistently, it seems to really affect, like really mess with them. So I've been trying out these entrapping poisons where it basically will CC them, even if when you cast a fear on them. Even when the cooldown of the fear is still on or going off, you can still CC them anyway. It's weird. I don't know if it's a bug or what, but basically, yeah, you can CC them indefinitely, seems like. Well, obviously with a 10-second cooldown on the poisons, but really good. Because back in the day, I actually prefer the old stun from the Howl. Like, I don't really care about the fear. Like, if they bring that stun back and just take away the fear, I'll be perfectly fine. But some classes can have like 5 crowd controls on their bar. Oh no, but they gotta take the stun away from the werewolf. Assholes. But I think the fear in the wolf is utterly trash. Really what it's good for is getting people off of you. That's it. And landing the Howl combo, but most time it's not even guaranteed. So these guys doing? Didn't I just kill that guy too, like 2 times?
the point. It will never occur. We've taken the point.
Malacath is perfect for a werewolf build, to be honest. At least a low crit, since you're not going to really hit much crits anyway, so it's better just to have consistent damage. Just like that. It's basically just massive incoming damage, especially when I run like Holging and stuff. It's crazy. Ooh, that poison hurts. She just bled out. It's cool. Yo, I'm like tired of this Venomous set, man. Like every scrub is running that set. I don't understand, dude. Like, annoying. Dude. We're looking already 13-0 up in here. Even though it's not a death match, it's really team based, I don't care. That's crazy, man. Like, these guys can't even survive, like, at all. Nope, Empire shit. Sucks. Just the damage is crazy on us. You can just pump out howl after howl and then like finish off with like heavy attack and infectious claw combos.
We must dodge some kind. They've taken the point.
Boom. It's crazy, man. You just get knocked on the ground and that's it. Oh. Good old Mag DK. He's blocking everything. Yeah, you can't keep it up forever. Yeah, I mean, I know it's getting nerfed, but honestly, man, it's not. I don't think it's gonna be much. I mean, we can find ways around it. We always do. So. Look at that dude, 25-0. The whole purple team left. And then the dude tried to gank me and failed, and I dodged it. Just hulking, eternal vigor, Malacath. That's infused jewelry. I got decent sustain, good pressure, and yeah, good uptime on the werewolf form too, because pack leader. So. Look at that, bro. Just like, that was almost 8K without even fearing the guy. Dude, I even killed a full-fledged healer with this build once, so I mean, yeah. I mean, not a regular healer too, one of them tanky ones. Move from that spot, I'm gonna get jumped. I mean, I kind of play perma wolf builds anyway. I'd rather be in wolf forever, to be honest. Your ass on the ground, punk. Oh, bullshit. Stunning me with no stamina. Rip through that mag DK like he was nothing, bro. And that's how a werewolf should be. We should be just straight brute force. Rip somebody's head off, basically. Be tanky too, but not to the point where it's broken god mode style. You know what I mean? Needs the bleeds and PvE for, yeah, definitely for PvE you gotta be a berserker. That's a no-brainer there. But for out here in PvP, nah, you know, you can be both if you want. Causing chaos up in here. But yeah, if y'all want, go ahead and try this build out. Instead of running Salvation, just put on Hulking and run Malacath and Vigor. I have one piece Malachina too, so look at that, 39-0. Oh man, I'm gonna record that. Perfectly fair, right? And I didn't have super high health either. I only had 27k in BGs. That's actually not a lot. And I wasn't even running Claws of Anguish. I was using Claws of Life. So. But I tell you what, though, farming that Malacath, dude, that was a pain. That was the most. I was like, dude, do I really need this? I'm like, is it really worth it? And then I'm like, after trying it out for a little bit, I'm like, yeah, this is definitely worth it. I don't need no damn crits, or at least crit damage. I need crit heals, but. Werewolf in general, I don't think it needs a nerf in general. I think certain sets allow the werewolf to be very powerful, but people keep forgetting that you have to get into werewolf form first. And sometimes it's not even the build, it's the player behind the build that makes it effective. You gotta think about it. The reason that most players who play werewolf, like right now, a lot of them have super high health. Probably because they don't know how to sustain good enough to run lower HP. A lot of them have to run super tank sets. They have to run just straight up sustain. Just for that reason alone. You could definitely tell that there is a skill gap between players who play werewolf. For example, a guy who's been playing werewolf for just as long as I will probably beat a beginner werewolf player, even if that player was an experienced ESO player to begin with. Because most people who pick up the werewolf aren't good at it. Can't tell you how many werewolves I've seen get clapped in Cyrodiil. Like, just way too many. Yeah. I'm kind of liking the Claws of Life a little bit more right now just because of that reason. Being outnumbered and hitting a bunch of people with it, it definitely can keep you alive. Even in my Stamsork even hits pretty hard. I did execute that bomber for 15k, which was my two-hander earlier, but. Malacath is totally worth it, but hey, another thing I was saying though is these poisons make it so much easier to just run people down, CC them, and your poisons can also trap them and immobilize them. So you're constantly pressuring them and making them have to waste stamina to break free. And you can definitely tell that some of them were like sitting in CC mode because they had no stamina left. And when they're in that CC mode, you just wind up a heavy and a full on like howl in their face and they're dead. I mean, I think that what the difference is between a human build and a werewolf build in PvE, it just seems like in werewolf you can't really stay in form all the time when everyone's just kind of lagging around and just lollygagging in the beginning of a trial or something, and you go wolf and they're all just standing around. Oh, look what gear I got. Who wants this piece? You know, they're trying to give their gear to other people while you're just sitting there and you waste your wolf ultimate. I think that's kind of what gets on my nerves, but it's understandable because people are trying to farm gear. But if you have a straight run through the trial, I don't see what the problem is. Just keep constantly moving and moving and moving. If you lollygag, werewolf ain't that effective, but if you keep on moving and moving and moving, and then it's perfect. So maybe it's super high end. You probably can't put out as much DPS because you're not activating 10 abilities versus 5. You know. Well, they said werewolf was bad. Are you talking about like Scalebreaker until Greymoor? Yeah, that werewolf sucked. Yeah, that one was horrible. But the one before Wolf Hunter, the one where you didn't have your heals call for max HP, that werewolf actually hit super hard. I know B-Rut in the party he can vouch the time when he fought my hulking Draugr and Shacklebreaker. He's in the chat. I think I hit his mag blade for like 19k, but that was like old school wolf. Now it's completely different. They nerfed the tooltips too low. But yeah, the Scalebreaker one was like kind of like I don't even want to know, man. Like, they nerfed the damage, they nerfed the heals, and they made the heals cost way more, and the werewolf uptime and form was just horrible. They completely gutted Pack Leader where it was just useless. It was just a white wolf with no bleeds, and they took away the line of sight of the dire wolves where you could basically hit the Pack Leader through the dire wolves. Just made it utterly useless. What was I trying to say? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but it hit something. Well, Zinc, they were always anti-werewolf. Like, people are always been anti-werewolf. I think earlier I was trying to figure out what is wrong with these people, man. They're always attacking a wolf builds, werewolf. It doesn't matter what patch it is. They say werewolf is a carry to 100%. And I've always tried to figure that out. I'm like, are they just saying this because they're salty? Or are they saying it because there's no statistics behind it? Because, like, if they actually go out and look at the comparison between the human builds and werewolf during Scalebreaker to Greymoor, werewolf was just complete ass. I even made a video about it to even prove it. I put on the same sets in werewolf form and human form, and the human was definitely hitting 10 times harder, had more dots, better heals, better sustain. I don't know what it is, man. Mainly what I hear now is, oh, you only win because you have 40k plus health. Okay, 40k plus health, but what if I have no sustain with that health? That health means nothing. I feel like the logic just goes out the door sometimes with certain people. So, yeah, it's like weird or something. I asked him, okay, so do you prefer me hitting super hard and where you basically have no guarantee of beating me, or do you rather me be tanky and you still have a chance of winning? Like, pick one. You know? Just weird. Like, I used to just run 20k health werewolf builds back in the day when the healing wasn't even scaled off of max HP, and back in the day they called us broken and carried. I'm like, okay. I remember there was a guy, I used to duel him in Aura down all the time. I think he actually recently passed away. But him and his friends were basically saying the same stuff, werewolves to carry, and I said, okay, you need to prove that to me. Prove it. You know, you basically have the burden of proof now. Where is your evidence to, you know, to back that up, back that claim up? It's just weird, man. I don't understand. I said, you're not really saying anything objective, you're saying things subjective, meaning it's just opinion. And opinion, doesn't matter what your opinion is facts. You know, it's common sense stuff. PvP was running Savage Werewolf and Blood Drinker. Hey, I would totally not advise running medium in PvP. You can, but every time I've tried it, yeah, I can kill people, but there's people that will basically kill you before you can even do anything. Yeah, I mean, that's a way to do it, but most people will not take most people won't take the time to go get a werewolf build. But at the same time, you gotta say, hey, don't run sets that make you super sustainable. I wanna see you in a regular wolf build that does not rely off of sustain. Don't run Desert Rose, don't run Eternal Vigor, don't run any of those Crimson Twilight sets. I wanna see how good you are in a normal damage wolf build. I want to see how long you can survive, and I want to see if you can beat me one-on-one. If you can do it one-on-one in that build, then you proved your point. I prefer sword and board, but a medium build, I do dual wield or two-hander. You know what I'm doing here. Watch, actually, let me see. No, but Devin, just run a heavy armor build. If you want to go to Cyrodiil, just put on Eternal Vigor as your base and then run any other weapon set with it. Make sure you have heavy armor. You can run Malacath, you can run Torque of Consistency, you can run a monster set if you like. Just make sure you're not running anything that's like squishy, super squishy. Yeah, that's very true, V-Rut. Very true. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so if we look at the werewolf skills, if you... What makes werewolf very powerful... Now, they're gonna say that the max HP heal is very strong. Somebody's saying, I had somebody saying werewolves heal 30k heals in PvP, and I'm like, yeah, unless they're, like, their health is 60k. And they got a bunch of heal buffs going on. You ain't healing 30k right now on a regular wolf build. But yeah. Really what you want to do is you want to get your tooltips up high as possible on the damage without sacrificing too much sustain. So at least, you know, because those tooltips matter. What's up, Wraith? CP, I just have flat CP mitigate, like flat CP damages. I have nothing put into precise strikes because of, I'm not running crits, so. Make sure you have enough pen. Penetration, make sure you have enough into Mighty. Make sure you have enough into Master at Arms and Physical Weapon Expert. Check this out. 8k heals. 8k, 12k, 12k. Nah, see? Just a bunch of lies, man. And I have 34k HP. And that's just with the Imperial buffs, like, or Citadel buffs, my bad, not Imperial. What you can see here. And yeah, that. Yeah, I don't know what your PSN name is. But yeah, if y'all want to make like the most tankiest werewolf build and just go straight up 60k health, put everything into HP, and just run sustain sets, that's all I gotta say. But your damage is gonna be lacking, and then you're gonna fight somebody that's just gonna wear you down. But if you're sustained strong enough, they'll never be able to do that. If you're on Xbox, there's probably some guys over there that can help you. But yeah, they just run what I'm running. Run Hulking, Eternal Vigor, and Malacath. Yeah, I saw your Malacath build. I actually watched a bit of it. I think it's pretty good in terms of damage. But I don't know. I don't think you were going for sustain. You were going for straight damage, it seemed. So in that regard, I think it's good. But what I like, and I would focus a little bit more on the sustain. A little bit. What I mean by sustain, I mean, you know what I'm talking about, your Magicka heal. Keeping yourself alive. Why I like it, I'm not joking, man. Eternal Vigor is probably best in a slot on Wolf. At least for a base set. It's stronger than Shacklebreaker. Which Shacklebreaker now is ass in my opinion, but just too weak. It just, the sustain's too weak on it. I mean, the only food I really like to use No, I have 0 points into blessed. No, do not run. Whatever people tell you, do not use medium in PvP on a wolf build. Do not do it. You're like, wow, I do a bunch of damage, and all of a sudden you get one-shotted by some mag blade or something, or a bomber, or a night blade, or a dragon leap. You know? Unless you have like 40k resistances and 20k heals on a medium build, which is very hard to come by. You probably can do it on Argonian Necro or something, but actually, I did do that. I was running Hunting's Rage and something else, and I put everything into Blessed and stuff, and I was healing like 20Ks on the medium build. It was funny, but damage still sucked. My main thing is if I'm going to use a medium werewolf, I want to put as much damage into it as possible, because that's what it's designed to do. Yeah, my Warden's a Nord. I just turned him to a Nord because I wanted to be as tanky as possible, and I was rocking some really good health recovery builds with it. But yeah, I can't wait till BGs, man. Like, group BGs, I'm tired of like this solo queue. I'm just gonna queue up again. This is just taking forever. Nobody wants to run up over here and fight me, so. Yeah, I think Warden's great. I might like the Stam Sword passives better in werewolf form, but Warden though, their human form just make it's so easy to get into werewolf under the Warden. Your survivability is just really good. I like to throw out my shimmering shields and mag swords and mag blades with consistently hitting that, so their pressure, I basically eliminate their pressure by doing that, and then I can like equip like 3 or 4 heals in my bar. It's crazy. But yeah, lessons learned. Cyrodiil is never fair. Battlegrounds is never fair. Like, you'll get lucky if you run into a 1v1. Well, I kind of seem to run into them a lot, but like, knowing that it's just going to be a 1v1 without some other guy jumping in. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of always, I've always played one head and shield. I had dual wield builds too, but one head and shield kind of seemed to be my preference because I feel like I'm tankier and I got more sustain. And actually, back in the day, one hand and shield actually did the most damage because the one-hander enchant used to have 348 instead of 174. And then if you boost that stamina that you get with the shield, it actually would surpass a two-hander. So, but that was before they nerfed one-hand enchants. A Wood Elf Wolf, probably any of the regular sets that we run now already. You just have to probably do some tweaks. Yeah, I think when I ran Torx pack, I think Oblivion damage was the way to go. But with me, I had one Oblivion enchant and like, oh crap. You guys. Oh damn, what the hell? Person died. Nah, I probably shouldn't fight these guys. I feel like I'm about to get zerged. No, I used to, my builds back, I never really used them that much, but I used to run Shot Glyph and Oblivion damage on my Torx pack whenever I would use it. Oh, this is about to end bad for me. No. Yeah, I used to run Shot Glyph, Oblivion. I think I ran Troll King, it's a monster set. And I ran like Hulking with Torx once. But my normal build was usually Plague Doctor and Hulking, and then my other one was Shackle Breaker and Hulking. Oh, and Salvation. But I usually ran Salvation when I was solo. I get back so much in wolf form, it's bad. The only reason I was bagging that person earlier at that thing, because that person always bags me and stuff and like talks smack, so I was like, I'm gonna just bag him back. Who did they kill? Yep. Yeah, so we're getting boring again. Yeah, I mean, you can go farm a luck, you know. It does give you a lot of damage, for sure. It's kind of light. No, that's right. Your CP is lower than a lot of us.
Yeah, I'm about to log off actually. Alright, man. Peace. Alright guys, I'll catch y'all around.